Okay, well, we should be live for another session of our Gamma World second edition role
Yep.
playing game. We've got one new face on camera this episode. We'll have him
It's a
introduce himself and his character here in a moment. Uh, Kim is returning with us, playing as well. She has not got a picture in her window there. Unfortunately, Steven doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it tonight, so it is going to be the three players and myself. If anyone is actually listening and watching out there in the Twitch world, let us know if you can hear both myself and the players. And the players will now speak. John, introduce yourself, any pluggables you got, and who are you playing?
oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm John Ryer. I'm the chief bottle washer and head of my own my little game company, John Ryer, Johnny Trier Games. Up on Drive Through RPG, yay! Basically some of my own rules, also some Fate and some stuff from Todd from his Tangent Zero game. I got some scenarios for his Trouble with Rose. Very nice, GM-less system. And I also stream on the not it's not consistent. Unfortunately, it's because the people I stream with either are doing their adventure stuff or they're doing the build stuff. The build stuff I stream with. It's for Mind Colonies, and they're on Twitch. So yeah, go Twitch. And my character is Randy Raccoon, a mutant raccoon with various abilities that we learned last time are actually pretty damn good. Uh, he can shape change. He can do basically become a human flash bomb. Well, raccoon flash bomb. He's yeah. This one hasn't come into much. Is heightened precision. One of these days he'll get to use it more. He can make temporal clones of himself for all sorts of fun and excitement. He doesn't take damage from sonic attacks, and he can do a stunning force that will basically stun people within I think within did I say 30 meters? Pretty dang good. And his favorite two weapons is his slug thrower and his big old sword.
All right, sounds good.
Mhm.
And Kim.
Okay. Yes, my character is Carol, and she is a mutated human. So outwardly, she looks human, but just has some kind of extra accessories to go with that, I suppose. And then last month, we all got to see the telepathy ability. I was able to save the rest of the children, but I also have chameleon powers and a really fun fear of the dark that makes me scream whenever it's dark out.
Yes, yes, and it never gets dark out. No, no, no.
Oh, no.
So, Josh, introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, I'm Josh. I do silly voices professionally, and sometimes people pay me to draw maps. I don't know why, but they do. And I am playing Jeeves, butler to the very long deceased.
Yes, yes, in
And I'm
fact.
a pure strain human, I believe.
You are a pure strain human, right? So your character is one of the popsicles. You are a cryo freeze, pure strain human that got unearthed rather recently. I'm not going to say it was like just yesterday or anything. So you've been part of this community for some months now. You're still trying to uh, wrap your head around how much things have changed, but you have quickly come to the understanding that yes, your employer has likely long since left this mortal coil, and it's an irradiated wasteland out there, and there are
Hmm.
mutants, and there are talking animals.
Yeah. Hey, Jeeves, where's my tea? It's empty, Jeeves.
So,
No one's growing tea anymore. It's very disturbing.
so everybody in the enclave has a job, a profession, or something that they have to do to basically just so that the enclave can survive. This enclave has a fair amount of
Mhm.
technology that they've been able to acquire. The head of this enclave is actually an artificial intelligence named Al.
Mhm.
The AI who is AL. Yes. Um, you have electricity, although not everything is rigged up yet. You have acquired recently an old blast furnace, which is not up and running. You have access to clean water. And what did we decide? Was it rice fields that you had?
I think so.
Because of the water? Right. So you have fairly abundant food, but there are
Yeah.
some things that are scarce.
We also have bioweapons.
Yeah. Well, you have something that might be a bioweapon, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
And we also got those new communication systems.
you got new satellite communications where you've got dishes that can be pointed at various locations, and then man portable units. Let's take a look actually at our list here real quick to see what you have in abundance and what you have scarcity, since we are starting a new story arc here.
Is that in the Google Doc?
It is in the Google Doc. I'm trying to find it myself. I think it's under online games. There we go.
It's in shared with me. We'll probably have to share the link again. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Sharon just posted she can't make it.
Okay.
Ah.
Steven as well says he cannot make it.
Okay, is that the Gamma World? But that's not the.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it myself. I should have bookmarked it before. There it is, Gamma World 2E. Okay.
Oh.
So it's near the end of the document where we put in all of our notes. So let us just revisit our enclave real quick here so we can find out what we're doing for the next story arc.
Okay, it's quicker to go down the enclave creation. There we go.
All right, so you're tech level 2. You got your walls completed, so your enclave does have protective walls, and it includes your water sources nearby. Let's see. You have abundance of water and agriculture. Iron was your deficient, although unearthing that blast furnace. Yeah. I mean, it's iron that's going to have to be reworked, but hey, it's iron.
Yeah, maybe it's unfortunately when a blast furnace dies, you're best off just building a brand new blast furnace. Let's see. Did we say what we're growing?
I think it was rice because we decided with the abundance of water that just kind of made sense.
Yeah. So lots of
so there we go. That's kind of what you're looking at, Josh, for what the Enclave has and doesn't have. So it's got a marginal amount of tech. It has access to fresh food and water, although the food is, it's sustaining, but it's not very varied. But you are at a deficit for building materials. Steel, iron in particular are the two things that you're kind of missing. And you just used up a whole heck of a lot of it running electricity through the Enclave as well.
Yeah, all those wires we found over in the blast. Oh yeah, the blast furnace isn't exactly a blast furnace, as we discovered.
Well, it is, but there's something below it as well.
Yeah,
there's a little more to it than that.
Yeah, and we still got to deal with the robots that are still down there.
They found out last episode that the old blast furnace that they were able to unearth had a secret government base located directly below it that was working on,
something.
Viral chemical warfare agents.
Or exactly what you want to find under your town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly under their town. It's a few miles off. So that happened a week ago, and the council has been in session since. They're under the opinion that it's too risky to actually breach the confines of the case that you brought back up, which might or might not be a weapon. A biological weapon.
The 4 cases I brought up. Remember, I retrieved 5.
They were able to supply them with power so that they are able to keep them refrigerated as intended. So for now, they're going to sequester them until they can figure out a way to create a clean lab. Okay.
Yeah, I can lead them down to where we found it. Yeah, that's a good question. When my clones go away after 4 hours, do my memories get reintegrated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know where everything
Just
is.
to make it easy, we'll say yes, that all your memories get reintegrated.
Mhm.
So you're able to lead them there. They send a team to basically do what they can, but it's a tricky situation because they do find the robot guardians down there. They don't want to cause damage to them, but none of them have been accepted as supervisory by the robots. So they're kind of leaving that be as well. They're putting some sensors and some guards out there in case the raiders come back.
Yeah.
Now,
The Raiders made off with one of the cassettes.
yeah, the raiders ended up getting one of these possible weapons. So
Yeah.
the council comes forward with you guys about a week later, giving you guys time to heal, to rest up, and just to enjoy life for a bit as you've performed some necessary functions for the Enclave.
Oh, I will say this, because the events of one of my temporal clones was in a bathrobe. Um, I have taken to going to bed wearing at least a knife.
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah. And if I know I'm going to go on a mission, I will be probably putting on full gear and sleeping in full gear, just because I don't know when I'm going to get yanked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep.
That's an idea.
So the council comes back to you, and since you kind of been one of the better scouting teams the council has, Owl actually took a lot of damage last time, so we're just going to say that Steven's character is just holed up because healing is a slow process in this game. So that's what's going on with Owl.
Yeah, it's a TSR game. They said let's do something pulpy but also make it give you realistic healing times.
Oh, this game is not pulpy in the least bit. I mean, you die easy in this game.
That's true.
Yeah.
But most mutant games, at the time, post-apocalyptic genre, you either got killed outright or one magic towel later, you're back up and running again.
Yep.
I mean,
Now you do have access to some healing devices that will, but they are precious, and they usually get sent out with teams like yours that do the exploration. They have two things that they're bringing before you. They give you the brief, basically. You know about the abandoned mall complex. It's just to the south and east, several miles from here. They can always use parts. Like, who knows what you can find there, but you're one of the things that you have in scarcity is materials. So if you're interested in that, they'll send you with a pickup truck for you to scavenge as much as you can and to check it out. So far, they've only sent just a few scouts to look at the position, but no one's gone inside because that's kind of your job. You're one of the few teams that do that. Secondly, far to the north and east, they have some intelligence that there's an advanced facility of some sort. Some kind of advanced manufacturing facility. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it was manufacturing at the time, but they do know that it's fairly intact. But that also might mean that its defenses are fairly intact.
Yeah. So here's a quick question: which way did the Raiders go when he left?
North and west.
Following our that little bluish green line. That's the aqueduct from the lake. Yeah. All right. So they went this way.
But along with this choice also comes a new member to your team. They've evaluated Mr. Jeeves here, and they found that his skills seem to be more befitting of an exploration member than any of the other tasks they could put him at here in the Enclave. So
you mean he knows how to drive the pickup truck?
That could be a thing. And with that, they have Jeeves enter. And he's like, please introduce yourself to your new team here, Mr. Jeeves. He will be companion and backup to yourself. So treat them well, and I'm sure they'll treat you as well. And he gives you a good, firm handshake and says, "Good luck, Mr. Jeeves."
Oh, well, thank you very much. Turn to the other. Liv, I've seen you around town a few times before. It's a pleasure to make acquaintance properly. Oh, hold out a hand to shake. Whether anyone takes it.
Yes, hello. It's good to meet you.
Could you see that again? Could you say that again?
Oh,
Oh,
am I
yeah.
cutting out?
No. I'm
He's
in
talking
character.
to Jeeves.
I was just saying, yeah, pleasure to work with you.
Where
I
the
heard
hell are
that-
you from?
Oh, well, here and there. Some sort of pod, I believe they're called these days.
Okay. Well, as soon as you learn to speak English, it'll be better.
I'm trying, but you seem to have forgotten rather a lot of the rules in the last however long it's been.
Dude. I'm 30 years old. I'm middle aged for a raccoon. All right. I ain't heard anything like you before.
Well, I suppose that would make two of us.
Yeah. Anywho, Randy Raccoon.
It's a pleasure.
So
And I
Randy
give you-
looks like a large specimen for a raccoon of his type, but this is again still something you're coming to terms with. This is
So-
a talking raccoon.
Just out of curiosity, I look at your sheet. What is your 13? Oh yeah, I give you a really hearty squeeze. Randy has 18 physical strength.
Oh, wow.
Mangling
could.
your hand.
No, I'm not mangling hand. Just give me a good firm grip with my bony fingers.
Hmm.
Well, those fingers are designed to throttle chickens, so
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably grab him by his belt and just go, oof, yeah, okay.
and Kim, when you introduce yourself, what does Carol look like, and are any of her mutations obvious?
No, I kind of thought it'd be better if she just looked like a regular human.
Okay.
Goes for the camouflage ability.
Yeah, the chameleon thing.
Yeah.
But that's only active when she wants it to be. So
Yeah, any of it really. So if I wanted to keep it hidden, I just kind of tell people on a need to know basis.
well, there
But
you go.
since he's a member of our team, I'll let him know though.
Carol
Yeah, you get a
appears
voice
to
in the back
be-
of your head. You get a voice in the back of your head saying hi.
Carol appears to be a human. The other member of your team, you were let know that is in the hospital right now, who is an uplifted owl.
He's an owl,
also
yeah.
large for his species, but is an uplifted owl.
Word of warning about Jack. He's a bird brain.
Yeah, but he has
Literally, he's
he has a theme song. He has his theme song.
Oh yeah,
That
Jack.
runs through his
Oh.
head constantly.
Jack.
He's an owl.
He's
He's
an
an
owl.
owl.
There is one more member of your team that has been tapped for another mission currently. Another pure strain human, also one that was found in a cryo chamber, but a long while ago. She's been around for years now. So this is your team, and you've got a choice now. You can go to the place that's within a few days travel to you, and it's a known location. They've got some scouting reports for you as you're looking through the envelope that's got some photographs, some just brief description of the topology of the place, what they've noticed over observing it for a few days. It looks like they have not noticed any scavengers going in or out. They have not noticed any motion from the outside or anyone coming in or out. It is intact but overgrown. It is an area where there's a lot of brambly forests. They're just starting to reclaim the desert area. But there's a very aggressive vine that's been growing, just encircling it, and seems to be having some bad effects on the mortar on the outside. So they don't know how long it's going to remain intact, which is giving them some impetus to get there quickly. So that one seems fairly safe as things go, and close. The one to the northeast is a different matter. They're not exactly sure where it is. They have some landmarkers to use as locations. They have some descriptive notes that people have passed along to them. It may be a red herring. There may be nothing out there. It's a much longer trip. They will not provide you with a truck for that one because they don't know what it is you're going to be taking back. And of course, if you don't take the mall job, someone else will, and they will need the truck. But you will get a dune buggy so that you won't have to do it by foot. You'll be outfitted with a bunch of petrol. And you'll have to gauge when you think you've scouted enough and how much your fuel is gone by that point. So those are your choices.
Let's see. We have this safe thing we can do where probably no one's going to shoot at us, or we can go to this thing really far away and have people shoot at us. You know what I feel like since last time? That place down south of us.
Yeah, but that almost sounds a bit too quiet. Knowing us, there would be someone who would shoot at us. But yeah.
That vine is alive and it'll just go wrap around us and try to eat us. But you know what? We're close. And without Jack to bring reinforcements, yeah. Oh, by the way, Jack can teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Just himself.
Good.
So he could potentially join you later.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been here. That's the problem.
But there are photographs.
Oh.
Yeah. He can teleport off photographs. It's just there's a danger of damage.
Yeah. And does he teleport to where the photograph was taken, or does he teleport to where the photograph is of?
Well, see, that's just it. That's the role.
Yeah. Well,
More important question: what happens if someone draws on the photograph?
Well, now you're just adding all kinds of new problems to Jack. Let's just let Jack heal, shall we? This is why Jack's so beaten up right now.
We don't want to confuse Jack. He knows Jack. Yeah. Hey, we deserve a break, right?
Yes.
Always.
Always. You don't get a break. You're driving the truck. Anyway. So, yeah, we go south to the abandoned mall. And, quick question. What year did the apocalypse happen?
No one knows.
We will find out when we go to the mall if there is a gap, or if there is a what's the other one? B. Dalton Booksellers with an actual selection.
So in the Gamma World lore, there were a lot of conflicts going on at the time of the apocalypse, but apparently it happened so quickly that there was no definitive writing on what the apocalypse was. And of course, so far they haven't found anyone that survived prior during the after. So like Jeeves was probably put in a cryo chamber before the apocalypse.
So does that mean we're built near one of the freezer systems?
No, someone found his pod and just brought it back for trade and barter.
So
I'm valuable.
Where do you last remember yourself being?
Well, I last remember being with my master, of course, in a town that I'm calling New York. It was an up-and-coming place.
Ain't heard of it.
No, it wasn't terribly exciting. Big, very big, but dull.
I try, as they would say around here, you travel with a fur piece to get here. Anyway, yeah, I think we do the mall because, it's nearby. And he says, invoking it, I mean, what could go wrong?
Invoking the milk run. Right? Is that a unanimous agreement? Everyone that is in the conference room at the moment?
Well, is there plenty of light? Is there electricity, or what should I bring?
We'll bring a bunch of chem sticks, shake.
I have this whole backpack full of them.
Supposedly, some of the report says that there is likely a nuclear generator that may still be functioning, as people have noticed lights within.
Oh, good. Okay. That sounds manageable.
Nuclear. Okay.
All right, so kitting out. You have one truck with enough petrol to get you there and back, and just a bit of spare. Okay.
Yep. So we get a box full of nigiri, onigiri.
Yeah. You get your rice rations. What do you want to try and requisition? So, like, you have all your normal gear that you have now. Jeeves, you have no normal gear, so you're going to have to requisition everything, or at least try to.
Yeah. Quick to the.
Well, I
to the
haven't
robot.
had to requisition anything before. Would you recommend, say, what munitions would be good? Do you believe they have, say, a minigun or something of that ilk?
I walk up to you with a poke you with a claw. Do you go ouch?
Probably, just slightly.
Yeah. Armor. You want to wear
I
something?
mean, in many ways, a minigun is the best armor.
Yeah, but no. Because while you're busy going, I come up behind you and go back.
Are you likely to do that on the mission?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Well, in that case, yes, armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get just one. I mean, you can try and requisition anything.
Yeah. I recommend.
Okay.
I pull out my peacekeeper. You want one of these? Put it back.
Mm.
Pull out. You want something? I pull a pull my knife out. Put it down. Pull out my sword. Put it back. Yeah. You want something along this line? Something you can get close up and personal.
Seems very messy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
Well,
you
if
want
you say so.
you want to try for a minigun.
I'm gonna try for a minigun.
All right,
Was
roll
that
me a
20?
D percentage.
Okay.
Where's the gear?
Hey.
Oh, that's right. This is multiple books. That's right. Damn. Sorry. All the gears in
3%.
Oh wow, yeah, they actually have a minigun.
Oh. I guess lows are good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they have only one brick of ammo for it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to Dutch it?
Now it can be shot single fire. It doesn't have to go full on. But of course, that's where it's going to make its biggest mark. As the ammo actually isn't incredibly destructive. The destructive force comes from by how much of it you can throw into the air at once. So
Yeah.
yes, you can have a minigun.
I didn't think that would work, but I'm glad it did.
Okay.
Um,
Armor, light armor is easily had. They've been working on that. It protects some. I mean, it's not particularly binding. It won't cause you any problems with movement, but it's nothing terribly special. What did I give the rest of you guys? Fiber armor or just like?
What did I get?
Let me see.
Yeah, armor. That's attacks. No.
Fiber and leather armor are basically the same, AC 6. I think that's what I gave you guys.
Yeah, I'm not seeing where it's probably in front of my face. I'm just not seeing where it says it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this sheet is. Do I have armor? I thought I had. Do I have armor?
I'm not even seeing where, but then I probably put it somewhere where,
Yeah,
you know,
that's fine.
I know
Well, let's
it's
just go ahead and say that you either have leather, which is possibly with what you have for Randy, because it has to be custom.
Yes,
fitted to
there I
you.
found it. Leather. I have leather armor. It's right underneath all the mutations.
The humans probably
Oh.
have fiber, which is it's the same armor class rating. It's just one is like definitely manufactured. The other one is like kind of bespoke, handmade, just to fit certain mutations.
There we go.
Everybody
if you
has fiber armor or leather armor, then giving you an AC of 6. So
Okay.
one minigun and armor. Anything else you want to request?
if you want to look, it's page 103 of the rule book we got. All the weapons and stuff and gear.
Fiber armor, 6 AC. Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Just need to find where on the sheet AC goes.
Up at the top.
The truck itself has a small toolbox, which might be of use to you, as it has crowbars, jacks, some chains, towing cables, stuff like that that might be useful. But that's coming with the truck.
Yep.
I guess a knife.
A simple knife, easily done, no problem.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I should actually, since I just gave myself a knife. Well, it's not a knife. Anyway. It's required. Everyone has to, at least someone has to say that. It's called dagger. There we go. That you want to get a vibro dagger. Ooh, that's the one you have to scroll for.
Yeah, a regular damage dagger is no problem.
What do I have again? I got a short sword. Oh, that's right. I got my claws. So I always got something I can fall back on.
Mhm.
I still haven't figured out what Pam is. Got Pam 1, Pam 2, Pam 3, and a Pam 1.
Honestly, I have no idea what that is from the sheet. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. But I do have it does have a weapon class rating of 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I see something that would be, if they have one, hey, I'm going to try for something new to add to my collection. Do I want to get that or do I want to get that? That one actually has a higher rating. Does it have a write up? Probably not. No, it doesn't have a write up. I'm going to try to get a vibro blade.
Okay, D percentage roll.
Right?
23. Unfortunately,
No.
they do well. It's actually close. So they do not have a vibro blade, but they do have a vibro dagger.
I'll take that.
Okay, it's the only one they have. They do caution you to make sure it makes it back to the stockpile afterwards.
Talk to the claw, talk to the paw, Vibro dagger. Weapon class 4. See, that's what I was shooting for the big. I always shoot for the next up. So it's range 0. It doesn't line up. Why don't you line up?
Kim, anything else you want to try and requisition that you already don't have?
Yeah, I'm looking. 'Cause I think I still have some medi kits. I think I'll be fine.
Point 1. So I think that's weight. Point 1.
It's probably
No, it's not its range. Okay, yeah.
If you want to write down stats, Josh, it's
Mhm.
it's gonna be this. It's gonna be 7d6 in damage. It's got a range of 60. That's if you do the full, get the barrel rotating and all the slugs are going. Otherwise, a single shot is 2d6.
Range 60, and it's 2d6 or 8d6, did you say?
7.
76.
Yeah.
This vibro dagger is better than my short sword. I may actually no, because the short sword has one thing that the vibro dagger doesn't have. It has reach.
Oh, the weapon class on that for the mini gun is 14.
Oh, that's right. My sword has double, whatever that means. What does double mean?
Okay.
For what?
My sword has double.
Double what? Like, where does that come from?
I'm trying to figure out where it came from. It got special damage. You got. Now I gotta look and see. Where's short sword? Short sword. 1. Oh, 1d6/d, which I think is. Where is that? Where is it? D does double damage on a roll when used against larger than human size. Okay, so yeah, I can do double damage against what's human size? 6 foot?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, 1.8 meters.
And H is half damage instead of double if you've got any weapons that are half. All right.
Yeah.
So anything else?
There's that. Oh, well, I'm just looking at weapons. Let's look at comfort.
Yeah, it's like you have no survival gear other than the water and food that you're sent off with.
And are we getting a comm unit?
Which kind do you want? because they now
You
have
know
these,
what kind?
they have these really nice satellite ones now.
Yeah.
Well,
Other
that'd be
than
nice.
that, they've just got walkie-talkies that will not reach there for range.
I mean, Jack found those, so we should at least get some preference on getting to test them out. Do a field
Now,
test.
honestly, yeah, you will be the first field test of it. So they will give you the mobile unit, and they will give you the degrees that you're in, direction that you're going to need to aim it to be able to talk back to the base with.
So we basically have a communication center.
Mhm.
I'm looking at the table.
Send and receive.
Neat.
It's solar powered.
Ah,
It is the size of a backpack though, which is something that someone's going to have to carry around.
yeah.
Just to check on the minigun.
Mhm.
The things on the sheet I can see, because I couldn't actually find it in the book, are complexity level, danger level, and roll needed.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. The sheet's not mine. It's something that we just found online. So
Right.
yeah. I mean, really, the only
Sure
thing
thing.
that we need to know is the weapon class code, which is a 14 for it.
Cool. As long as we can work it out from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I'm just making
and the
satellite.
damage, of course, is the other thing that we need to know.
Okay. Well, can we get some spare medikits?
Spare.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you're asking, you make the roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just have one, so might be a good idea.
28.
Okay, 28. Roll a d4.
2.
Okay, that's
Two.
how many they can spare is 2.
2 medikits. Okay. Medikits. Let's see. What the hell's a control baton? Never mind, it's probably useless. We figure he got backpacks, right? Is that
Yes.
something-
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell is cur in dose?
Don't worry about it. You are not going to be able to get that anyway.
Yeah. Oh, well, they say there's a big old vine growing there. Oh, here it is. Can we get some herbicide?
Give me a roll.
Yeah. Watch this be a big one. Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Aw.
not. No herbicides available.
Yeah.
Do we have the obvious of rope?
You do now.
Excellent.
How many feet of it do you want?
Shall I roll to find out how long I can get?
No, just how much do you want? I mean, you've got a truck, and the truck itself has a tow chain on it that's got a good 25 feet of chain,
What's it rated
I
for?
mean,
couple of tons.
All right. But rope is handy inside.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Have like a 25 feet thing each?
Sure. Yeah. It'll be climber's rope, so that you'll actually have the little grippy thing, so that you can extend the ropes if you need to link them together.
Excellent.
So 75 feet of rope. Okay.
So do we have anything, like, in case the vegetation gets too thick, do we have anything resembling a machete or something like that if we can't get a herbicide?
You've got your knives.
I
Machetes.
got my short sword.
Yeah. You can get
Yeah.
swords. Like, short swords are the closest thing they're going to have to machetes, and they do have some of those. So if everyone wants to grab one,
Yeah, I'll grab one.
I already
as a
got
matter
one.
of fact, short sword probably in this fact is a machete. It probably, because swords were already well on the way out. So the
Yeah.
short sword probably is a machete or something similar,
Okay.
some kind of short hacking blade.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab one.
Yeah. So where there's plants, there may be insects. So do we got any insect repellent?
Let's get some
Insect
off.
repellent. Give me a roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
How many tubes?
They do, and it's essentially they can give you a couple of spray pump bottles full.
right.
It's like Deep Woods Off. It's
Mhm.
nothing special, but it might help.
2 bottles. and I take a test spray and take a sniff. What's it smell like? Arse?
Citrus.
Citrus. Ooh. What's that?
Exactly.
It smells good. I don't know what it is. You know, that's other stuff. That other stuff smells like pine trees. It smells good too. You know. 2 bottles of insect repellent. Oh, then this is probably not. This is probably a pump action. So yeah.
Aerosol. Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt very much that aerosols survive this long.
So
1 p.m.
assuming that you can get inside the mall, the trip, you should be able to get there well within a day's travel before it gets too dark. So you should not have to stay out in the wasteland. You should, if you can get inside, you should be able to find some place to shelter within, and then another day's trip back.
It's gonna be all safe and cozy inside.
It's going to go exactly to plan.
No flashlights.
Yes, flashlights.
Chem sticks. Flashlights, no, because they haven't found a way to get batteries. Chem
Wait a
sticks.
second. I look up. I remember someone saying this. A Cole Porter lamp.
Yes, they have them, but they have no fuel.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, chem sticks.
Chem sticks. Yep.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll gather some wood and we'll have we'll start a fire someplace. Make sure there's a hole in the ceiling so the smoke gets out.
There probably is a hole anyway.
And just in case we find stuff, can we get a bunch of burlap bags?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I figure a bunch, instead of letting it sit naked in the back of the truck, we just stick it in the burlap bags and, tie it up and keep it safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to ask for?
Well, my character actually doesn't care about, he does care about, but he doesn't care about it enough to get pain reducers. So no. What the hell is a portent? Draft or poison antidote. There's poison antidote. Poison antidote. We got any poison antidote? Not even. Forget it. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But what's a portent? Page 104.
It's very expensive, whatever it is.
I mean, is it something that lets you see the future?
Oh, never mind. The tech level is huge. There's no way that they're going to have that.
Oh, that's right. It's priceless.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a B3, whatever that means.
B is complexity, so it's moderately complex, but 3 is, yeah.
Just on the off chance, because I just saw that, and who doesn't want to have a hepped up raccoon running around? Accelerados.
Let's see. What is the tech level?
2. E2.
Okay, so it is possible. Go ahead and make me a roll.
11.
Yeah. Okay. A single dose. If you really think you need it.
Now, I have to ask this question because I go back one day, and since you're going to be taking us a day to get there, that means all my temporal clones will have the dose.
No, because you don't.
Aw.
Your equipment is not duplicated.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
It is.
I'm
One
telling
good
you,
power.
John, it is not, because you can't
It
get.
was
Listen,
last time.
listen, you can't
It was
get
last
a high
time.
technology object and then duplicate it 100 times. I'm not allowing that. Yes, normal things can be duplicated, like clothing, etc., but you're not tech.
It's just amphetamines,
Yeah, basically anything from tech level 1, no problem. Tech level 2 and 3, no.
Oh, that means that does mean that my my new nifty new blade is not going to be duplicated, so I will definitely have to carry a separate dagger.
Mhm.
Thank you for saying that. Accelerator dose. And what does that accelerator dose do? Just give me
Extra actions. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The cost is you're pretty much exhausted after the use, but you can take multiple actions in a round.
How long does it last?
It's a die roll. There's also a die
Oh.
roll to see what the side effects are.
Yeah.
It's nothing outrageous. I mean, at worst, you just get knocked out, like you fall asleep.
Ooh, like that. I haven't experienced that.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the side effects of my temporal clones, if any of them get killed, I pass out for D10 minutes
Oh,
per,
Wonderful.
and I can spawn up to 10 clones.
sounds like you wouldn't want to in most cases.
Hey, as long as I'm around folks who can keep me safe, I might. Last time, one of my clones bit the big one, and I was out for 10 minutes. Luckily, I hid myself
What
up in the rafters.
what's the time frame that your power pulls from?
4 days, and you said it's been a week.
Within the last 4 days. You know what? I'm going to take that back. If you've gotten a tech item, it'll duplicate because it is literally taking your body out of the time continuum. So if it had it, it had it. That's just how it is. But it does go away though when your body
Yes.
goes away as well.
It's a temporal. Everything goes away.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It's not going to duplicate. It just means that there's a potential of 10 hopped up
Yes.
raccoons running around.
Oh dear.
Let's see. Oh, it has a range of 18. I can throw the dagger. That's good. Good to know. Wait.
All right, so you guys are basically sitting at the desk. They're looking through what they have that they can kit you out with. You've got some basics as well, like flares for all the good they'll do to you. Likely they're just going to bring trouble instead of help.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are not too many groups like yours. But they are there. They might have alternate uses. Of course, again, you've got food and water, although you shouldn't need much of that since it should be a quick trip. If the truck does break down, it's still a fairly quick trip. Instead of just like the better part of a day, it'll take, a few days to get back.
Here.
In that case, we probably should grab, basically a basic tent.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably made out of burlap, so it's not going to be quite waterproof, but at least we have some cover. No, it's made. No, you know what it's made out of? Yeah, rice fiber. Got to do something with all
Rice fiber.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you've got a lot of that, it's like the husk of the rice kernels that has been,
Yeah.
Sure,
You notice
that
that
makes
people are
sense.
wearing clothes made out of rice linen.
Yeah. So on the train that you're going to be traveling, your truck safe speed is going to be about 40 miles per hour. So, I mean, it should be about a 4 to 5 hour trip at that.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get a good night's sleep. I'll be full gear when I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll head out in the morning.
All right. So, big question: who's driving this thing? You go out, and it's a truck, 4-wheel drive. There's been some plating put on it, but it's not intensive. The windshield has been shot out or broken out, and they've just removed it entirely. And instead, there's this like a slanting piece of metal, so that you don't get a lot of the dust and desert sand coming in, with like a viewport that's been glassed over, so you don't have this great panoramic view out of the front. It's like it's a slit that you're looking out of. The windows do work though, so you can roll down your windows and look if you need to.
And it's not hinged, so they can't fold it down.
Yeah, so it's in good repair, they tell you. They're giving you roughly twice the amount of petrol you should need to get there and back, just in case. And it's got a fair amount of cargo hauling capacity. It can move several tons without really changing its performance much. So it's an open, flat-bedded truck.
I've seen these things run around, so I'm just looking at going, looking up at Jeeves because remember I'm only 77 meters tall.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, he's
short guy.
Whittle.
So who wants to drive?
Is that like a specific role or stat
It's
that
a
you have,
roll.
like yeah? 'Cause isn't that an ability, or I'm thinking of something else?
No, it's there's no skills in the game. It's going to be rolled off of one of your attributes, and which attribute just
Okay.
depends on the situation.
Okay.
All right.
So it sounds like Dex, probably.
To avoid things, yes, but sometimes just pure muscle power to wrench the wheel out of the way of something is necessary too.
Yeah, but you don't want me driving. You know, you do not want me driving.
We can
I
just
give it a go
modify
if
the
no one
car.
wants to.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, yeah. For the raccoon, we can just modify the car if he really wants to drive.
Okay. You probably
Right.
don't want him to. Though.
No.
All right. I'll drive if no one else is driving.
Sure. Okay. Jeeves, you hop in then. How early or how late are you going to start your trip?
As early as possible. Early rise, early to finish killing abominations.
Ooh, maybe they'll have eggs.
Yeah, we
you'll
need
get
to
your
make
breakfast.
the most of the
Yeah,
daylight.
you'll get your breakfast before you go.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
Pancakes made from rice flour.
So 4-hour trip, roughly, assuming Jeeves, if you're keeping to the normal speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to break the law and go above the speed limit.
It's not a law; it's more like practicality, because you're not exactly driving on a road.
Randy will sit out back in the back of the bed because basically sitting up front, looking at the front of the dashboard for the entire trip is not interesting to him. So I'll be in the back of the bed.
Okay.
So of course I will yell, "Roads? We don't need no roads where we're going."
All right. Well, most of the trip goes by just fine, but on
Yeah,
the
I'm
final
sleeping.
hour of the trip, like you can kind of start seeing the remnants of roads. You can see broken off signs. The sand has blown the lettering off, so you really can't read what was on there.
Well, I'm going to roll a D100 there for a second. If I get one, then I'll tell you if I get one. Nope. Okay, nothing.
Okay.
I'm just looking. Yeah, somewhere along the way, he gets a flicker.
As long as the sun's up, I'm okay. As long as there's still light outside and the sun is
Yeah,
up.
it's you're making
Yeah.
good time. If you start in the morning, it takes almost exactly 4.5 hours to get there.
Yeah.
So you're still like early afternoon by the time you start seeing the remnants of a broken
Oh,
city, but everything's been leveled. It's like a great windstorm just ripped all the buildings down.
mhm.
Towards the center of the city, more of it is standing, but it's all been exposed. But then you see in the distance this 5-story glass and steel monolith standing out, sun blazing off the glass, and it is entwined with this thick, almost serpent-like vine. And what you notice is in your last hour is these vines have really it's the only real vegetation you're seeing around. There's some small amounts of shrubs, but mostly these vines are just sprouting out of the earth. And again, you're in a desert,
Mm.
so this is likely some kind of mutant
Yeah.
variant.
Did we remember to get binoculars?
I
Can we
think
get binoculars?
you had them from last time,
Yeah.
so I'm going to say that you still have them. Then maybe someone forgot to turn them back in.
Of course. Yeah. We
Yes.
would hang on to requisitions, wouldn't we?
So,
All
Jeeves, you notice these vines, and you're at first thinking, well, that's just passably odd. But then you see that they physically do move and twist as you're watching them.
Yeah, I've got the binoculars
Ooh.
out, looking at them. With the binoculars, what do I see?
Same thing. I mean, this glass and steel structure, 5 stories tall, it's just covered in these vines, and they are twining and moving around subtly, more than just what the wind would account for. There
I
are
look down at the jerry can I'm standing on and looking at the vines.
So there are other buildings around, but they've been so just open to the environment that you can clearly see into them, and they've been just total wreck. You're not exactly sure how this structure that's so tall avoided that.
Yeah.
So, Are they the vines? Are they growing out of the building or out of the ground?
Out of the ground.
Okay. And just around the building, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all over. Like as you're driving in, like I'm saying, the
okay.
last hour, you're seeing them sprouting out of the ground just everywhere around you.
Yeah. Bash on the top of the truck and look down over the window. Hey, so malls, you remember them, right? Is that something you remember? Pointing to the.
Yes, malls are a thing. I recall.
Yeah.
Large
But
shopping centers.
I'm looking at all the destroyed buildings, looking at this place with the shiny glass and metal, and going, were they designed to survive, Holocaust?
Well, I'm not an engineer, but not as far as I was aware.
Let's scout around and see if we can find some place that doesn't got lots of vines and got a door.
All right, so you're trying to find another building other than this one?
No, this building.
Okay.
I mean, we've got this
Right.
Just a way
complex.
in.
So you, it's got a paved like tarmac area. It's got a very large parking lot that stretches all the way around it. It's mostly broken up, but still relatively flat. And you're noticing that there's the entrance of it seems to be right in front of you. It's actually you've definitely never seen this before, Randy, but it's a revolving door entrance made of glass and steel. Currently not revolving, though. It seems to be locked in place. If you want to drive around the parking lots a bit, you can see that there's several conventional steel doors at various points along the sides as well. But you can see the public entrance was this grand revolving doorway where several people side by side could enter all at once.
Yeah. So this is actually. So this sounds like it's basically made back in the 70s because it doesn't have the doors on the side for people who can't actually use revolving doors. Yeah.
Actually,
Is there
anyone
a-
could. Like, for instance, like if you're thinking like someone like in a wheelchair, certainly could. Like the platform where you enter in is big enough that 4 people could stand side by side, and it must have been electronics, so like you don't physically push it yourself. It must do its own thing.
Oh, that must have been fun for a person in a wheelchair.
Yeah, really.
But
Is there like
Yeah.
a the kind of fire escape style, any access to high floors or anything on the outside that we can see?
You can see well, I mean, the thing is largely glass and steel, but you can see where there are certain windows that look like they're made like almost airlock style, where they can be pushed out, and there are little overhangs above them that might be like an extendable tunnel. I'm not sure what you would call these things. They actually have these in some buildings where instead of a ladder for a fire escape, they've got this thing that turns into a slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. I think it's
Oh.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each of these windows have this little just blob above it where it looks like it's a chute would extend down. So you are somewhat familiar with that, Jeeves. You've seen that technology before. But there are no ladders to get up to them because of the chutes.
I want to
Okay.
test something. Stop, Jeeve. Stop.
Yep, stopping.
Pull my pistol out, aim at a window, and fire.
Oh Lord.
There's a loud report, and your bullet bounces off the glass.
They must got some valuable stuff in there. Oh, yeah, valuable. Bam, bam, bam. Hey, Jeeves, let's pull up that big entrance and see if we can get in.
All right. Pull up. Just a wild thought. Do I reckon we could just, it's mainly glass. Do I think we could just drive straight through the wall if we needed to?
Well, he just shot it with a bullet, and it bounced off the glass. So maybe the truck would do a better job at that.
And the glass didn't crack, and you've heard of polycarbonate.
Something odd you notice, though, as you drive closer to the entrance, is that there seems to be some like music. There's some speakers on the outside that are still playing.
They're still playing.
Yes. And as you're looking in, the
Okay.
inside is brightly lit. You can see a waterfall that goes all the way up the 5 stories and kind of falls down into this pool at the bottom. It's still working. The pumps are still running.
Oh, good.
I guess we should just walk up to the door and see if it starts rotating then.
What?
Yeah, I mean, there's power.
At
Yeah.
first, I think between the two of us have never seen a revolving door before.
So it's a door that's automatic, and it's there to ensure you understand the virtue of patience and don't touch people.
What can you demonstrate first?
Yeah, I point to one of the panes of glass. That's the door?
No,
Not the doors itself. I'm pointing to
the big gap section.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show us, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we're-
And
Alright.
walk up to the revolving door.
Okay, so the first thing you notice is the partition piece that you would step on that would rotate in is just there's a lot of sand here. Like this has not moved in a very long time. Are you okay? Is Jeeves approaching by himself? Is everyone else going with him?
Yeah, we go with him. He's driving.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so looking at this, you don't know that it's going to work because there's just so much accumulated debris. But as you get closer to it, the door lights up. The music gets just a little bit louder, and you hear a very neutral voice kind of speak out, "Welcome." And it rotates with you're standing on the one section. The whole thing rotates in. There's a little bit of grinding as some of that sand is getting caught up in the mechanism, but it
And being a
does.
raccoon, I hear the high pitched squeal of bearings going,
Oh.
"No, please!"
There's a whoosh of air, and your ears pop just slightly as the door makes like a pressurized seal behind you as it rotates. And you are
Ooh.
in the most comfortable room. Like the air temperature is like 68 degrees. There's a wind current moving through. The water that's being pumped through that 5-story fountain is making just enough humidity in this room to be pleasant, and that music is a little bit louder, playing just all over the place. You guys can see stores, rows after rows of stores. All the security gates are down though, but all the lights are on.
So, do I smell chlorine from the water?
Being a raccoon with an excellent sense of smell, yes.
That water ain't drinkable. It smells polluted. So I'm waiting for the clean bots come out and go, dang! Aggressively attack the sand we just tracked in.
You notice there's maybe a 6-foot kind of 4-sided pylon that's kind of like center stage in the main thoroughfare that seems to have a plaque on it.
Okay, what does it say?
Okay. Well, you read it, and it's basically telling you that this is the first fully modern shopping experience. It's made to be hurricane, earthquake, and nuclear blast resistant, offering a superior level of service, sales, and protection in case of emergency.
What's that word? Nakatomi?
So what I'd like to look for is either a desk with brochures or a sort of floor map. Anything along that side of things.
Okay. Well, as you're kind of looking around for that, you notice that there are
That
these...
pylon should have does it have multiple sides?
It does, and each side has the same plaque, though. But you're looking around and you see these like clear panels that are just kind of trussed up on little stands, and you approach one, and as you do, it lights up with a map with an X saying, "You are here."
I know I am. I want to find out where here is.
What's ever I can't pronounce that word.
If you say that out loud, Jeeves, there again, this neutral voice speaks out. How may we assist you today?
Um, give us your resources.
Panel lights up. On the right, it shows a map, level by level. On the left, it starts the scrolling list of all the stores and other things that the place offers. And so some of the things that stand out, other than store names, which Jeeves, you are familiar with most of them, but some of the things that stand out is this place actually is also a fallout shelter. And it's telling you, it can hold up to 20,000 people.
We should just move here. This is much nicer.
Oh, but we got Crawley outside. We got to deal with.
Yes.
Yep.
I look out and I probably see a vine bapping in the windows. You think the two are related?
Probably.
So the structure is 5 stories high, but there's several stories beneath. That's basically the shelter area that has enough cots and restroom facilities to hold all these people. Not indefinitely, though. Like, it's only meant to be a temporary shelter while things are going on.
Yeah. Well, if they had a chance, they'd probably used it. But yeah, I hate to go down there and find nothing but dead people.
Well,
yes.
So a couple things, because we've got loads of stores to look at, and we've got some burlap sacks. Should we just do a quick ransack for things we're short of?
Excuse me. What's the policy on taking things without giving proper value for them?
The system completely ignores you.
Jeeves, ask.
What is... How are shoplifters dealt with?
We have state-of-the-art inventory retrieval systems on premises.
That sounds ominous.
What if they resist?
Inventory retrieval.
What if the shop?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Do you have an investor's brochure?
It actually pops up a web address for you to look at.
Oh, great.
For all we know, this is a server, so it might
I'll just look to the others and go, what's a web address?
Spiders?
Yeah.
I don't like
probably.
it.
Probably something that doesn't work anymore.
Well,
I don't know. Touch it? Go on, touch it.
yeah, I'll touch it and see what happens.
Please refrain from touching the technology. Our system is not touch sensitive. Merely vocalize the services that you require. Thank you for shopping.
Who is in charge?
Okay. Bodie Noel Incorporated. It goes through the history of the founding of the mall. It was made in conjunction with the local government to provide shelter, which they got monetarily funded for, etc. There are a whole line of investors that went into this, and it just keeps the marquee keeps scrolling as the voice keeps telling you.
Somewhere halfway through that, I get bored and start looking around and see what I can break into. Let's see. Can I squeeze in? Oh, I can squeeze in through here. Wink. Yeah. Turn around, would you? And I start taking off my leather armor.
Making yourself svelte to get through the so it's the traditional thing you see in the malls where it's like the the gates that you can easily squeeze through.
But it's true. I know how far apart those grates are. Yeah, I can't squeeze through. A snake can squeeze through, though. So that's why I'm taking my gear off, because it doesn't transform with me, and I want to make sure it doesn't fall in a big heap and get hurt. So I'm taking my gear off. Put the vibro knife nearby so I can reach through and grab it after I get through, and I think I just do it, don't I?
Yeah, just make sure that's not a roll. There might be a mental strength roll.
Let's see. It's where's shape change, character consume. Takes 10 seconds concentration. So yeah, I just 10 seconds and yeah, once per day. So I just think thin, and I turn into basically a 20-foot long, 20-foot long, yeah, 20-foot long rattlesnake.
Wow.
Same mass as my raccoon.
Okay.
And-
As you do this, the
Yeah.
sign says, "Dear," and then on the screen it says, "Working, working, working. No network link established. Database unaccessible. Dear patron, it seems that your pet has gotten loose. Please kindly retrieve your pet."
By that time, I'm going through the bars. But I'm not going to take anything, unfortunately, because I to get back out, I have to retain its shape. So I'm just going to go inside the store. And what store do I go in?
Name a store.
Is there a?
Oh no, I know the perfect store. I know the perfect store. Come on, its name. It's the one that has all. It has all the beer pong and crap like that. What's its name?
Spencer's.
Spencer's. I go to a Spencer's.
Oh wow. Oh my lord. Yes.
There are racks and racks of
Things.
darkly colored clothing. There are makeups, party favors, all kinds of just stuff, plastic
Yeah.
crap, stuff.
Anything I can just grab with my mouth. Anything. I'm not going to get up on the counters, but anything. Of course, there's the lower stuff. So, I go in the jewelry section. I see sparkly. Ooh.
Okay, well, while you're doing that,
Yeah.
so the lights were off in the store, but as
Uh-huh.
you start moving around, some low-level lights start coming on.
Mhm.
Yeah, like not full bright like it would be for someone shopping in there, but kind of just low-level like maintenance lights start flickering on.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I am. I think I do have. Do I have the abilities? But I think I have the natural abilities. So yeah, being a snake, I can see in infrared a little bit.
Jeeves,
Where's that infrared?
at the
Mhm.
sign, it says, "Dear," and again, the thing comes up and it's like no network established. Customer. We let's see how do we put it. We apologize for the inconvenience of the extermination of your pet, but laws. Blah 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 blah. Forbid
Get
the
out of
entry-
there.
Forbid the entry of pets into the store spaces, and actions must be taken. Meanwhile,
Right.
on
Yeah.
the inside,
Oh dear.
from the ceilings, do you actually become the animal? Like, do you lose your own intelligence? Does it happen?
No. I retain my I retain my mind. I just don't get any mutational powers from the
Out of the ceiling, these little platforms drop, and they look like gun barrels. There's one in each corner of this square shop, and they start little laser dots start playing across the floor, trying to target you. You're a very small
Well-
target, though.
Yeah, I'm just going. No, I'm not. I'm 20 foot long.
Well, compared to what it should be targeting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I grab, I grab something low hanging from the shelf, pair of earrings,
Mhm.
and I just scoot on out and go back to the
Roll a d6.
roll a d6. 3.
Okay. So it does fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, does it do?
It misses.
Oh.
Again, it's not made to track anything that low to the ground. So your action on your turn will be to grab something and start moving for the gate.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
fast as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, it will get one more shot before you get out
Pretty
of the
fast
gate.
Yeah.
And again, it misses. Not calibrated for something your size.
Yeah, I slide on through, and then I revert back to my raccoon self, and then immediately go, turn around, don't look at me, don't look at me, and start putting my pants on.
But
I
you're
throw,
okay, right?
yeah, I throw the earring, the package of earrings at Carol. Here,
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
now sit back and
Genuine
watch
sterling
what
silver and cubic zirconian.
happens. Yeah, stand by, watch what happens. Yes, I'm a little bastard. Yeah, as I put my clothes back on.
You see something that's going weird at the board. There's a lot of information scrolling down the left-hand side. It looks like a computer rebooting several times. And then the screen goes blank, but there's a red pulsing dot at the bottom right. And then you just kind of see a waveform start going across, and it kind of moves to the voice that you hear. Pardon me, sir. It seems things have gone drastically wrong here. I don't seem to have access to the outside world. Are you by any chance a part of our military or police forces? I am unable to look you up in the database.
You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nodding my head.
When you're asked if you're a god.
Well, technically, you are. The current government nearby has made you a scout.
Very true.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So there's some rules involved in basically mastering an AI. Being a pure strain human, this is something that you do a little bit better than most.
How to lie to a computer.
Well, maybe massage the truth. Lie is a little harsh, perhaps.
Yeah, the rules probably have Kirking in mind as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Make me an intelligence check. Just hit the button that says "I in check,"
Mhm.
and when you do, it'll ask for a multiplier.
Mhm.
Do a *4. Success.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Okay.
Hooray.
Again, it looks like it's continually trying to reboot on one side, and then the voice continues on the other side. I am unable to look up authorization levels and number. Kindly inform the system what branch of the military or police force and your identification number that you belong to, please.
I am badge number 1 of the Metropolitan Police Force.
Acknowledged. Badge number 1, Metropolitan Police Force. Thank you. Assistance is needed. Please follow the diagram. And again, map comes on and it's showing you are here. And then a pattern starts showing where to go. And it's asking you to go to the administrative office.
Paperwork. This I can do.
This time I've got my gear back on, and all right. Well,
Could I also just ask the computer? Would you first show me any break-in locations known in the building?
It continues like this reboot sequence, and the little lines are still there, but it doesn't respond to you. All of you standing around, though, hear just like very faintly through the music that's still being pumped in. No, don't go. It's insane. Just like in a small, childish voice.
Where is it? Is it coming through the speakers?
Yeah, through the speakers that are pumping the music out. So it's not coming out of this board.
Okay.
where's the where did you remember what it
Well-
said the bomb shelters were?
Basement, I think.
Yeah, all under.
Where are they? How many life signs are in the building?
Again, it seems to just be ignoring you now, and it just repeating this map over and over with a "you are here" and the path to take.
Well, okay. Can I spy an alternate path to the same destination?
Yes.
I think we should take the alternate path to the destination, just in case.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't appreciate being called insane by some music box, but then again, I mean, I look around.
I don't actually think he's saying you're insane. I purposely tapped the screen. I think it's where we're heading. That's where the insanity is.
Well, I mean, it can't be that much stranger than this, can it? Really?
You've talked to Al. You have.
Yeah.
I mean,
Al is fairly he's good.
yeah, we can deal with this. Let's go. Also, I'm on the off chance the AI is listening. I'm hereby deputizing both of you as
I'm a
presumably general of the police, something like that. I'm sure I can do that.
All right.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Kim, roll a d6.
Okay.
Just Kim. Just Kim.
Okay.
She's rolling for your side, basically. Okay. As you take the alternate direction, and again, this is 5 stories, and there are like large glass elevators that go up to each story. There are no stairs. They're all elevators. At least no stairs that you can see. And each floor is made so like there's a center viewing port, so you can see straight up, and the fountain comes down the middle. So like there's they're like circles with the centers cut out, right? With each concentric ring going up. And as you're passing this other path that you're taking, you start hearing like shuffling sounds from the floor above you.
Oh.
It's like slide, thump, slide, thump.
I just
Suppose
don't know.
now would be a time for weapons.
You think I put
Yes.
my
Randy, did you hear that? You have ears. Did you hear that?
I cocked my head and and just go shh, shh, shh. Do I hear the
Slide, thump, slide, thump.
now, being the kind of raccoon I am, can I identify?
Oh, you have no idea. It's not a sound you've heard before.
Slide thump at the side. Do I hear any other sounds besides a slide thump?
Make me a roll.
What? Enter.
Not intelligence. This is more like your senses. So make it a mental check, actually.
Mental.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, mental. Yeah, I'm not very mental. What multiplier?
Times 5.
Oh, okay.
Not too horrible.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Succeed. You tell everyone to shh, shh, shh. And whatever's doing the slide thump thing, you're able to clearly distinguish that there's at least like a dozen, maybe more. And what's more disconcerting to you is like, other than the slide thump sound, you're not hearing the sound of breathing, talking, anything else.
And they're all in lockstep. Am I
No,
correct?
it's they seem to be moving together as a group, but it's not lockstep. So like they're slightly staggered, and that's how you're able to tell that there are multiples and about how many.
Yeah. But how many was that again?
About a dozen.
Yeah. I hold my hand 3 times. And I got 4 fingers. Yeah.
He does base 4.
Yeah.
Right. So soon you're going to be making a turn where the overhang is going to be directly above you. So like the central portion where the fountain goes up, there's going to be an overhang or a ridge that's going to be open entirely between your floor and the next floor. You're going to have to make a turn that's going to take you right underneath that open area.
Well,
Oh.
So we're going to be underneath it rather than on it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walk in the middle.
Let's get our weapons out.
Yep. I mean, it's a bit of a long shot. There aren't any obvious vents or anything, are there?
There's vents all over the place. Like I said, there actually is air movement and air conditioning in this place.
Okay, are we talking proper ventilation vents? Or are we talking movie ventilation vents?
Oh no, normal sized. You know,
Ah.
no more than.
I mean, they work for you, just not for us.
All right. So what are you choosing to do here? You can backtrack and take the route that you were shown that doesn't go through the middle, or you can continue on.
I want to know what's here. I point at I not at the over at the walk at the little walkway that goes over. Better know what's here than be surprised.
You have a point.
Mm,
Because then we might come across it somewhere else later.
Hmm.
yeah. So actually, I never did. How tall is Jeeves?
I wrote it down. He is 5'9".
Mm.
Well, as you do this, you're getting close to where the fountain is and where the opening to the next floors and the floors above are. When
Yeah.
suddenly, human forms start throwing themselves over the barrier down towards you and into the fountain, which drops them down. And the bodies are desiccated, like the skin is
Oh.
drawn tight. Some of them are wearing like janitor outfits. Some of them are wearing like what you imagine the fashion was at the time. Some of them are adults. Some of them are children. All of them have vines growing out of their mouths, their eyes, their ears, and the vines seem to be acting like sensory organs. Not really caring the damage it's done to the bodies as they're being hurled over from the floor above you and down the waterfalls.
Well, we're not going back that way.
Yep. So they're starting to collect themselves. I mean, obviously bones were broken and such, but the vines seem to just continue to animate these corpses, and they're all kind of the slide thump as like unworking legs or arms are just kind of yanked by the vines, and they're all kind of just silently moving towards you. Their mouths open with these vines coming out. They're making no noise at all other than the slide thump, and they're all just coming at you.
That is almost worse than the dark.
Yeah, I got a feeling putting a bullet in ain't going to do damn thing.
No. So
No.
kill that with fire.
Oh, did you remember to bring your toy, Jeeves? So it's in the truck. Okay, good.
No, I think he was just miming pulling it into.
I assume I would have brought it with
Yeah.
me
Oh, yeah,
unless
yeah,
that there was
yeah.
some reason I couldn't.
Sorry, I wasn't watching the screen. I was looking at the character sheet.
So it's got an ammo backpack, but the whole thing is fairly light. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's not a big deal. You can have it.
Sweet. Yes.
What's the term? Light them up.
All right. Let's do this thing.
Okay. Well, then you turn it on. The end of the barrel whirls as all the 20-some gun barrels start to resolve. And you push down on the button. There's almost no recoil. There's also almost no sound. There's just this as multiple bullets just start
Wow.
chewing into all of these creatures. Okay, so again, you only had the one ammo pack. So I tell you what we're gonna do here. Roll me a D percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't
Roll
had time
high.
to really get used.
76.
Yeah, so
That's
you
good.
lose almost you use almost 3/4 of your ammo doing this as you just burn through it. But it's remarkably light and easy to point once you kind of get the hang of it. And you just mow all the bodies down. You don't have to roll for damage here. You just mow them all down. The bodies are just, again, the skin is desiccated and tight. The bones seem to be fairly brittle as your bullets whizzing through them just break and snap bones until there's still motive, but now they have no bones of which to stand or move. So there's just a pile of corpses with these vines that are still wiggling around inside of them.
Yeah.
Excellent gardening tool.
Yes. Let's get the hell out of. Let's get it. Well, he wouldn't say Dodge. Just get the hell. Let's get the hell out of Poughkeepsie. Let's get. Is there an elevator? Because actually, where does it take? Are we still? Is it all on the ground floor?
It's on the ground floor. Yeah, it's towards the very back end of the facility, but still on the ground floor.
Let's move.
Okay. The muzak that's coming through has taken kind of a more darker, somber sound. You don't know what the music is, but it seems to be it's a little on the eerie side.
Thriller. But just the music, yeah.
Okay. But you make it to where you were led. It is. It says administration office. It's got like a blast steel door on it, but as you get close to it, there's a click from the door.
I'll try to open it.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
D6. Okay.
Okay. One is surprise. Okay, so as you open the door, almost immediately lurching out of you, this person or this cadaver is wearing like a t-shirt with a badge that says level 1 tech. It's got a set of glasses on the forehead that look like magnifiers, but again, the body's been dead for a long time. It's just desiccated and dried out. The vines are everywhere, so it lunges forward and grabs you, and it's trying to get its face close enough to yours so that the vines can kind of go into your own orifices.
Oh.
Bit of assistance, please.
Yeah. Pulling out my vibro.
You trip and backpedal. It misses as you kind of wheel backwards. It's just the one that lunges out when you open the door. This is regular initiative now. So, John, why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
Oh, that's right. That thing does not work. Just regular D6. 6.
All right. You guys go first. Tell me what you want to do. You just see the one thing. It's another one of these, vine-controlled cadavers.
Well, shooting ain't going to do no good, and it takes too much time for Betsy to wind up. So I pull out my vibro dagger. I'm going in and just going to trimming.
Sure. All right. So physical attack matrix. What's your DAC for the vibro dagger?
That's the number that goes from 1 to 10.
Yep. Or
4.
higher. 4. Okay. All right. Go ahead and hit the roll. Your DAC is 5.
Oh, and DAC is 5.
DAC is Defender's Armor class, Joshua.
And it's a 14. I
You
don't know if
succeed.
that's
Yeah. You needed
3d6.
15. Well, actually, no, 14 misses. You need.
roll
actually,
higher.
I'm sorry. I did this wrong. Give me just a second. What was your weapon class number?
4.
4. Nope, you did. You succeeded.
Ah, good.
Okay, so 3d6 damage. Go ahead. Carve it up.
Slash 3d6. 18. Oh my God.
Wow. You open it up from like crotch to head, and it just basically falls apart. Everybody, make me an intelligence check at times 5.
Okay.
So
Dope. Die.
is that a percentile?
It is. If you click on the intelligence check on your character sheet,
Okay.
and then choose times 5, it should roll it.
Okay, let me see.
It should say IN check all the way to the right of your intelligence score.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. And then times 5.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, did that work? Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right.
One success.
One.
Carol, everyone else is just kind of horrified and shocked. Carol, something you notice very interesting is that while the corpse is desiccated and it's almost mummified, its lungs are still wet. And you see that it seems that's the locus of the vines. The vines are growing out of the thing's lungs. And the
Aye.
lungs are still like they're wet. They look like they're still viable, if you want to say that.
Fresh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
For various levels of viable. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, there's a room with a
Guess-
secure door, and only one thing came out of it. So, I'm standing there. Yeah, I'm jumping over the corpse and going into the room. Um,
well, it had a badge. Would the badge be worth anything? So it was a tech badge.
Yeah.
Didn't the corpse have a badge?
Yeah, it has a badge. One of these, like you pull, and it's got a lanyard on the end. So it's definitely meant as some kind of access card.
yeah, put yourself
We should-
close to those vines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. The vines themselves are still kind of slapping around, but without something to move it, it's not able to move any closer. But if you put yourself close to it,
Yeah,
that's a
no, bad
different matter.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's other ways to get it if you want to take a moment. Otherwise, if you look into the room, there's several doors in here. You see one that says server. You see one that says customer assistance. You see one that says security, and then there is a partition, like one of the more of this glass behind a desk. Behind the desk, you see again one of these well-preserved corpses of a lady at her keyboard, and again there's just a small amount of these vines going out of the nose and eyes, but just enough that it's able to turn the head of the corpse to look at you.
Well, I still got my vibroblade out. Yeah.
We should probably aim for its chest.
Yep. Now it's behind this like completely enclosed glass and desk area. Like there's no visible way that you can see that it can get out other than those steel doors.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, you guys gonna follow me, or am I only one who can be in the lobby there?
Oh yeah, I'm following you.
I'll follow. Should we be not breathing?
So, yeah, we should probably get some masks or something on in
Mm.
case it has spores or something.
Yeah.
I think the transmission is what's that word again? One of the kids said Dutch kissing. Yeah, it was about Dutch kissing.
Hmm.
Because it was trying to get his face near you. I bet since send some roots down your throat into your lungs.
Mm.
So,
Makes sense.
do you guys step into the room?
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the secretary thing, again, is just kind of tracking you with the head, but isn't getting up from the desk at all. And again, is behind its own partition.
Mhm.
As you step into the room, the door that says service access clicks.
Well, we're in for it.
Ah. Well, let's go over to the service access door then, I suppose.
Okay. This door has like one of the little glass panes in it, so you can see there's nothing immediately on the other side, but there is a stairwell going down that's dark. Although you do see some like red lighting, might be emergency lighting. Definitely, though, the stairwell down is only wide enough for one person at a time. So, what's kind of your marching order here?
Well, yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. You reach up and you open the door, which is now unlocked. You step in again. It's a dark set of stairs going down. There's some red light flashing towards the bottom. Looks like it goes down at least one floor. You know, it's a good 10, 15 feet of stairs.
As we get down, I'll just go whoosh, whoosh, and then listen.
Okay.
So, what a MS check again,
Yeah.
or times 4?
Times 5.
Ooh.
It's not difficult. Oh, wow. You hear the hum of machinery.
Mhm.
You hear some just in the distance. So, like, not close, but in the distance. And there must be a fairly large area down there for this to resonate. There is the clanging of metal on metal. And it's not rhythmic. So, like, it's like bang, 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 bang.
Well, I think
But that
there's
seems
someone
like it's
down-
far in the distance. It's just happening to echo down here.
Yeah. There's someone down here, but they're not nearby. Keep an eye out. All right, make my rest of the way down the stairs till we get to the ground floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You are this down area here. There are several symbols which you are now familiar with. That say radiation, reactor. Some say like air conditioning, etc. There is a monitor on the wall here, another one of these panes of glass that doesn't respond to you coming into the room. Everything is lit up by this like red light that just seems to be coming from small light fixtures here and there.
What happens when Jeeves comes down?
Well, is Jeeves coming down?
Oh, yes, I'm following down behind.
Jeeves, when you enter the stairwell, lights come on, like normal room lights. They wink on. You come down to the floor that Randy is on, and the screen lights up. And again, it looks on the left-hand side like there's the rebooting system is just continuing trying to reboot something. And then the voice calls out again. Dear customer, be advised that our air reclamation system seems to be at hazardous levels and needs repair. As we are unable to call out for assistance, would it be possible that you have the skills?
Yes.
Okay. Kindly proceed to the air conditioning systems then. There is blockage in the filtration systems that will cause this unit to fail within 6 days.
Mighty convenient.
Run a systems diagnostic.
Mm-hmm.
Does it do anything?
It does not.
Ah. Well, that's a shame, but oh well.
Okay.
Now,
I suppose we have to remove a plant or plant zombie from the air conditioning.
now the clanging sound, is it coming down the AC channel, AC corridor?
You're not exactly sure where it's coming from, but it's just echoing down through here.
Yeah.
So you guys can still hear the music, and then, again, there's just like this soft voice that you can barely hear. It's a child's giggle. Now you're down here and you're not getting out.
Oh.
Hey. You can see us, right?
There's no response.
Much more effective on a raccoon since he only has, 3 feet. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, this air filtration thing I'm looking up, that says air conditioner. So is that the same thing as air filtration?
Probably. I mean, how hard could it be really to replace an air filter or something?
No,
whatever it wants us to do.
You're a fresh corpse there. You can't say that. No. Well, I really wish I brought the jerry can with me. Oh, well.
All right, let's, I guess.
Head down. Go into yeah.
There's no lock on the door, so you
Wait a
open it.
Wait, we're in the maintenance area.
Yes.
I'm looking around. Any tools?
Out and about? No, not that you see. There are some lockers, though.
Mm-hmm. Are they locked?
Let's say there's 5 lockers. Which ones are you checking?
All of them, but I'm going to start number 1 first.
Okay. Number 1, locked. Number 2, locked. Number 3, roll a d6.
Ooh. 1.
Okay. You open it, and something springs out at you. Just like it just goes right for your face. It's long, it's sinuous, and you grab it and you start kind of like screaming as it was so surprising. And you stop, and it is one of these like spring-loaded paper snakes. And there's a note attached to it that just says, "Stop stealing my stuff."
Well, dude, rip. So what does he have for stuff?
Well, he's got these wonderful looking glazed donuts. I mean, they would have been wonderful looking if they're probably fresh a few hundred years ago. They're mostly just stone now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Carbon. Actually, down here they'd be carbonized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else in this locker?
There's a jacket, like a raincoat, kind of yellow and slick. A pair of wading boots as well, or Wellingtons sort of things. Nothing else though.
I
Kim?
pulled them out. Go ahead.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You were going to say something?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Yeah.
I think
was
you'd look
listening.
good with a raincoat.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm grabbing the wellies and tossing them out and throwing the raincoat out. Might be protection.
All right. You said you tossed the Wellingtons out.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bag of something rolls out of the boot.
Oh.
Something that's also carbonized.
No. No, it looks like something dried and vegetable like, or leaf like.
Yeah. Right now we got plants. I try to get the jacket off. Of course, it's like up there.
Yeah.
There's a jacket in here. Go to number 4 and try to open it up.
Okay. This one's unlocked. You open it up and it just
I
has.
stand back.
It has a whole bunch of manuals in it. You see manuals for power systems, air conditioning, music and speaker systems, computer systems, like just all kinds of manuals.
Burns, right? Maybe we can light a fire underneath if there's a vine growing in the air vents.
Maybe. Or we could read them.
I just looked up and said, vines growing in the air vents.
Oh.
All right, so you want to pull out the book on the air conditioning system?
Yeah, you can have it. I'm going to number 5.
Okay. Number 5 is locked.
All right. I look at my sword, look at the locker, look at it very carefully. Look at the locker that opened up.
Yeah.
How complex is the lock?
Well, it's combination lock, but your vibroblade you can just stick it on the side, just cut right through the little piece of metal that's holding it. It's not that big of a deal.
Actually, how flimsy is the door?
Fairly flimsy.
Screw the vibroblade.
Just rip the
Clank.
door off.
Rip.
Okay. It looks like clothing. Someone has neatly folded a business shirt, some slacks, a set of size 10 shoes, a belt, some cufflinks. It's just somebody's, nice outfit.
Yeah, I'm going to the other ones and this rip.
These are just empty. Nothing in them.
No tools.
No tools.
Looking around. So we got air conditioning. We got nuclear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we get, what's the other one? Music. We get the music.
Hmm.
Is that the thing that controls the music? Would that be where the you know what? Dagger back out again. Go up to the door to the music and see if it opens for me.
It opens.
Oh.
It's not
And-
locked. There's no lock on it. It just opens.
Open it, ha!
Okay. There's a few banks of computers in here with a lot of patch cables. There looks like some audio amplifiers. It shows that several of the systems are saying malfunction. There's actually only one system that's still going on, and this looks like it is. It's basically pre-recorded music.
Mm. Nobody in here though.
No, it's a fairly small room. It's like a closet, really.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looking at reactor, and I said, now I'm trying to remember: do reactors blow up or do they melt?
Kind of both.
Mm. Of course, of course. Now I'm going to show my geek cred. It could also be a throwing reactor, which means it's already melted, and they're designed so that if you try to make them melt down, they just turn off. But that's my geek showing at this point. Yeah. So, but no, at this point, going, yeah, that's the last case scenario.
All right. So what do you guys do?
You'd think there'd be some like a tools or whatever down here. This is maintenance and service. What you got in that book? What's it telling you?
Are you looking through the book, Jeeves?
Yeah, I'll read through the book.
Yeah,
much
just,
as I can.
You just have time to flip through it. But there is a section on the filtration system. It uses a static filtration system where it's a metal sleeve that creates a current that traps microorganisms, dirt, pollen, that sort of thing, and they're supposed to be cleaned out every so often or replaced.
Okay. So can I work out where the, like, I assume it's kind of, the square filter that you pull out to check. Can I try and find it and do that?
Well, that's probably all down into the door that says air conditioning.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Dagger out, pistol out,
No stairs this time, and it has a little pane window so you can see inside. There doesn't seem to be anything in there. You come in, and there's bank after bank after bank where you can see the filtration systems on the outside, and there's hundreds of them. And more than half of them say fail, 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 fail. The ones that are all saying fail are for every level lower than floor level. So like every level below has failed.
Oh.
I got a feeling what's blocking them, we leave them right where they are.
So
now the ones up here have got the yellow symbol saying, maintenance needed, maintenance needed.
Well, let's just check one of the maintenance needed ones.
Yeah, I'll stand back with my dagger out ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You read the book, so you know how to do it. You unlatch it.
Mhm.
And when you do, it stops the current. So everything that's on this blade just kind of sloughs off. And you're noticing that it's mostly just a bunch of pollen.
I will immediately take off my coat and wrap it around my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down here, I got fur, that's, yeah.
If you look inside of the tube now, this goes. You read through the book enough to know that it's cycling air from the outside. It's pulling in from outside vents. It's gone through a filtration system here before the air is clean, scrubbed. Humidity is taken out, and air conditioning is applied to go into the place proper. So it is pulling air from outside that's currently all surrounded by this vine stuff.
Ooh.
Remind me, did we manage to grab any insecticide?
Insect repellent, yes.
Okay.
Just a repellent.
Insect repellent, yes, but no herbicide.
As an alternative, we're in a shopping center. Is there a gardening store
Of course there is.
that we notice?
Yeah.
So, potential plan. I want to check through the book. Is there anything I can see that would let me sort of fill up the filter with something to just disperse it through the system?
The filter, no, but the whole air processing center, actually, yes, because they actually add in deodorizers, bleachers, and stuff like that to clean out the smell of the air as well. So yes, you could.
So, if we can get to a shop with herbicide, fill this system with it. I mean, maybe we can even, like, if this system connects to the outside, maybe there's some way we can even reverse it and blast the plants. I mean, we won't get all of them, but we'll get the ones near the building, maybe.
That's worth a shot.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll end it there for the night. We're on our 2-hour mark, so you guys have found out what might be the core of the problem. You may or may not already be infected.
Oh.
Who's to say? All right, guys. We'll just go ahead and sign off then. Kim, you got anything you want to plug?
Not particularly.
All right. Josh, anything?
You can find my stuff at castmary.com if you're so inclined.
Very good. Josh, tell us where your things are at. Or Josh, sorry. John, tell us where your things are at.
Last time it was me calling myself Jack. Anyway, like I said, my games are up on Drive Through RPG. John Ryer, if you search for John Ryer games, he'll show up. And I'm also on the Sunday Skypers, the actual play podcast, and of course, like I said, the Mind Comedies Twitch channel. Yep, check them out.
Cool. And if you found this channel, we're at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. We stream Tuesdays, we stream Fridays, and Sundays. So say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.